very little that's interesting happens in my life, generally. Mostly just miserable, shitty things happen to me. And this is sort of in the vein of that, but it's also a little bit interesting. I recently got into a Twitter spat with the writer of The Wire, David Simon. And I love David Simon. I got into this argument with David Simon after I had and I have 11 followers on Twitter. I'm completely under the radar, but this guy has an ass deep, either whatever, search of himself on Twitter. I don't know what this guy does on Twitter. Apparently he just sits on Twitter looking for random people saying things. So I said, all right, I'll read what I said. I'll read it because I won't put it on the screen. Because I don't want to edit anything right now. So here's what I said. Unless you're Matthew Weiner, David Simon, Lena Dunham, or the CIA dudes who wrote The Americans, you don't deserve to be paid for writing television because what you make is shit. And you know what? That's my taste. That's my taste. And I do think most TV is shit. The vast majority of the output, right, on television could be written by AI because it's just soulless, corporate CIA funded nonsense, right? It's total garbage. I do believe that. Genuinely, I believe that, right? Okay. And this is what but I was complimenting David Simon. I was saying, I enjoy your work. You're one of the few television writers I think has any talent. And this is his response. Thanks for the compliment, and now go fuck your callow, useless, flippant self with a Texas-sized post holer. And I had to get someone from a rural background to explain what that is to me. Apparently it's something you dig post holes with. I don't know. Because in 30 years, I've worked with dozens and dozens of union writers on projects that would not be viable or worthy without their talents and labor. Hashtag WGA Strong. I didn't tag him. I was literally just talking to myself, right? All right. So this is my response. How did you even find my tweet, though? I was trying to be flippant. And he says, writing, writers, television, film, WGA, and AMPTP are my continual search terms. I am on the WGA negotiating committee, and this matters to me. I'm sorry, man, this is me. I was literally just talking to myself. I would never imagine you would find it was being unserious. And he says, no worries, so I'm forgiven. I also say, while you're here, The Deuce is one of my favorite shows ever. Love, emoji. Hope the WJ wins and I can join someday. And I'm serious. I am pro-union. I was just fucking around. Jesus Christ. And he says, if we don't win, don't bother trying. Thanks, David Simon. And then this is another tweet I tweeted. This is after that other tweet. So I said, David Simon, you didn't have to drag me that hard. I'm just a simple retard on Twitter. And he says, it was for your own good, a life lesson. So David Simon gave me a healthy spanking for my stupid little thought bubbles on Twitter that I sometimes post. Thanks, David Simon. It was appreciated. It kind of both made and ruined my day at the same time because all of Nun's Twitter descended on me to tell me how much of a fucking idiot I am, and I'm I wasn't trying to imply that I wasn't an idiot. And they're all in the union and they'd hate you. You know what? I hate you back. Because I want to be in the union. I want to be a professional writer. That's been my goal for the last 15 years and counting. I've been unable. The amount of things that I have applied to, that I have gotten either one step into and then rejected from, is just at this point, I don't even know. I've lost track. So yeah, I'm a little bitter. I'm a little fucking bitter. I made an entire feature goddamn film by myself, bitch. And I still can't get anywhere. You know, in another era, I think anyone who'd made a feature film on their goddamn own would maybe get a little bit of, clout going. But no, it didn't do anything for me. And it's not because it's bad. It's not anything worse than anything else that fucking comes out on eventually Amazon Prime. Anyway, so yeah, that's what happened with me and David Simon. I don't know. Like, I hope the WGA gets what it needs to get. Whatever. It's all going downhill. I mean, all this whole thing is like we're on a crazy what's that expression from? So this is good writing that I forgot. But Elaine May, The Birdcage. I feel like I'm on a psychotic horse running towards a burning stable. And that's the whole world. We're all on a psychotic horse running towards a burning stable. So it's not gonna, whatever, like, steps they do get, like, however far they do get, I'm sure it's ultimately meaningless. Ultimately, they're trying to make people into machines. Not just, this whole AI business. The people are the machines. People are fucking incapable of subtlety, soulless. Fucking no critical thinking, no thinking for themselves, just herd fucking mentality. I'm shocked it took so long to get herd immunity, because the herd mentality is in like 2 seconds. That's how long it takes for everyone to jump on you because you don't like the TV they like. Bitch, fuck you, I don't give a fuck. I don't like any TV. Like, to be quite honest, I literally listed the entirety of TV show that I think is any good. I missed a few. Seinfeld is good. I didn't mention Curb Your Enthusiasm and Seinfeld. I should have included Larry David. I don't know why I didn't include Larry David. I forget. You can't. It was a throwaway tweet. It was a throwaway tweet. That wasn't the entirety of shows that I liked. Nick Pizzolatto, I like his shit. So I didn't mention everybody. But, it's basically Mad Men, Sopranos, which I still haven't watched, but I assume it's good. Mad Men, Girls, The Americans, and The Deuce. I didn't even mean The Wire. I still can't watch The Wire. I meant The Deuce. I think that's the best thing David Simon's ever done, and I think it was mostly Maggie Gyllenhaal, to be honest. But anyway, David Simon slapped my ass on Twitter, and then there was a whole pile-on. There was like 130,000 people. I don't know if you can call the lost damsels on Twitter people, but entities. 130,000 entities on Twitter saw my tweet, and someone told me, like, this is the worst thing anyone's ever said on the internet, which, honestly, thank you. And someone else said, you should delete your account, shut up. There's a few funny ones, actually. There's a few funny ones. Let me find a few funny ones. And I made peace with that person. So, let's see here. Okay. Alright, let's see who this person is. Okay, let's find you. Oh my god, I can't find this idiot. Well, I retweeted them. Like, I am a fucking retard. It's true. I admit to being a retard. But there's a lot of retards with very lucrative careers these days. So, why am I being excluded? Here, it said, if I got, quote, retweeted, dunked on by David Simon immediately after complimenting him to shit on other writers, I'd probably delete my account. It's like you won the lottery of getting dunked on. I got dunked on. Listen, every single writer right now who I personally don't like can take a huge cock up the ass. Because fuck you. I don't give a fuck. The writers who I do like, David Simon, don't like me back anyway. It's all meaningless. But anyway, I just felt like I had something to say about that, so I said it. I am bitter about not having an agent or a manager or being in the union or having health insurance or having benefits or having, anything. I am bitter about it. And I know it's not for lack of fucking ability. It's for my lack of, I don't know how to just fucking, everyone's a whore. They all know how to sell themselves, and I don't know how to do that. I guess I'm not a good whore. I'm sorry.